Hey everyone, we are back here with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and we are hopping back into the game. Let's see where we go in this one.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We're just going to skip that. We saw that in the first one. Oh, I guess I'm welcomed back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're going to follow his directions this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, he did. There it is.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I can't open the room closet this time. Yes, I can. And we weren't, I'm not getting trapped in there. We're going up to the office, dang it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nice bathroom. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Alrighty. Where's your secretary at? I had to pause for a second because I had to freaking sneeze.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Was it that one?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Get me off this furniture. Okay. There we go. Let's see if we win the game this way. I just want to know. There was a favorite area of mine in the original.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I'm not sure if I can find that area now.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now look, we got the escape there. But I'm gonna follow him like I said I was gonna. This is the episode for following.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
We've been there before.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Why, yes. Yes, he does.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wonder what happens when they're fired. Guess this was next. God dang it.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Why, yes.
No.
No.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'm kind of blind right now.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it
It's
monitored
dark
and
in here.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, where the hell are the controls at? Facility power. This is just a dark ass room. There's a 3 and it doesn't look like I can push it. Okay, so we're going into the power facility, I suppose, because I don't know if this was in the first one. I'm just wandering around, not knowing if it's right. Okay,
And when
system
at
power.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation.
Oh no. Well, now poop. We didn't listen to that man, did we? Well. What the hell's going on here?
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Yes.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Happy. Did we win? I think we won. Yay!